What do you think about the Jets?
So I can't believe it took us this long. How long have I been on? We didn't get to the Jets this entire time. I'll give you an example. I'll answer your question this way.
Yes.
We were talking about our kids backstage. We were saying hello. And I don't think that they're too upset about it. They're 18 and 16.
Yes.
So they're mature enough to understand the importance of these things. I've renamed my son Sam and my daughter Darnold. That's how I feel about the Jets. I've been waiting for this all of my life. I'm slightly older than you are, but I'm not old enough to remember January 12th, 1969. I was alive January 12th, 1969.
Yes.
But I only know that because I've been told so.
Okay.
So I've not seen it. I've lived through Richard Todd. I've lived through Ken O'Brien. I've lived through the dalliances with Boomer Esiason and Vinny Testaverde and Glenn Foley and Neil O'Donnell, and then into Chad, I was so hopeful, and then the injuries sort of took that sideways.
Don't forget Ray Lucas.
And Ray Lucas and well, I mean, if you want to get all the way into Rick Myrer and all the other things that happened then. But then ultimately Sanchez, which was another flirtation, but now we've got it. Now, for the first time in my lifetime,
yes.
The Jets have a quarterback I genuinely believe is going to be a star, a major star. And I think while they took a circuitous route, the timing of the firing of the general manager did not sit well with me. But they took a circuitous route to get there, but I like where they are. I like the coach. I like the defensive coordinator. I like the acquisitions. We haven't even seen Le'Veon Bell yet. And I like the new general manager for whatever that's worth. That's more big picture, not small.
Right.
I think the Jets are going to be much improved.
And
I think they have a chance to make the playoffs this year.
I do too.
The problem is the early schedule is so tough they could get buried. If they're 3-4, the Jets are going to make the playoffs.
They at Buffalo at home first. They should win that one. They've got the Monday nighter against Cleveland, which I can't wait for.
Yeah, it's a huge
Then
game.
they've got week 3. They take on the Patriots, where they take on in week 7 as well. And when you want to take on New England, you want to take them on early in the season. Whenever the new folks that are brought into New England haven't figured out, just do your job.
Right.
Sometimes they can't figure that out. The offense sometimes takes a few weeks to get. That's why I kind of like the way that's worked out for the Jets.
So maybe they split those 2 games.
I do love
beat Buffalo and win one more.
You know what? We are, I think, in the media, the most Jetsiest people that are out there, right? I'm trying to think if there are any other ones, national media. There are no closeted Jets fans. There are only cosleted Jets fans.
Nice.
We are that. Which means you gotta reserve. The Mets. We got Pete Alonso on later on.
Yeah.
You got to believe with the Jets. You got to reserve. And I am pleased to see Le'Veon Bell, easily the most talented, skilled player they've had since Curtis Martin. You can't even make any other bones about it.
I mean,
he's as tremendous as they come.
Individually talented. He may be the most individually talented player the Jets have ever had. Le'Veon Bell rushes for more yards in a game than O.J. Simpson and catches more passes in a game than Michael Irvin or Chris Carter. He is a Hall of Fame runner and receiver, and he's on the Jets, which is so ludicrous. That's not supposed to be allowed to happen.
That's what I'm saying. You got to reserve.
Quick story. Do I have time for a quick story?
Please.
Quick story. When I'm a little kid, Howard Cosell was my idol, and I know that
very much mine too.
Yours as well. I remember the first time through the 70s. Again, I'm 2 years older than you. The Jets never made the halftime highlights on Monday Night Football because they were so bad.
Correct.
So then that first year, 81, they make that run to the playoffs. The year they were 10-5-1, and Howard Cosell, like halftime of a game, does a Jet highlight, and I went running from my room screaming to my father, "You're not going to believe this. Howard Cosell knows who the Jets are."
Right.
Like, it seemed impossible to me to believe. The Jets were people only we knew. Only we knew Clark Gaines. Like, America didn't know Clark Gaines and
Freeman
Bruce Harper.
McNeil.
By the time we got Freeman McNeil, we were good already.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
So that's been the lot in life of the Jet fan. I think this is our time. I think our time is actually coming.
My brother and I used to complain to each other that Cosell did not put the Jets in the Monday Night Football halftime highlights again.
See, I considered him bigger than the Jets. It was the opposite. I see, that's the difference between you and me, is that you took issue with him.
Yes.
I thought less of myself for being a Jet fan as a consequence of that. Like, my team isn't even good enough for Howard Cosell to know who they are.
No, we're like, we should be good enough. Why the hell are we not on the halftime highlights? That's the way we viewed it in the Eisen household.
We weren't good enough. I mean, unfortunately,
Spoiler alert, correct. You're right.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.